Hey folks, Duke CT here, back once again with a nice little scruffy little beard here and a nice little haircut. Man, yeah, it's been a while for you saw my beautiful, handsome face here on YouTube. Um, First things first, I wanted to give a shout out to Asalieri, link in the description, for his whatever the hell contest. His results is part 3. I made it to part 3, ladies and gentlemen, middle ground. I didn't win, what have you. I didn't win the contest, even though I put my best review for the Claire Lynch saga review, and it wasn't as a very positive review. And a lot of people gave me a lot of positive reflections on the review and what have you, but there were some flaws, and he put the flaws out there, and he has his opinions and such, but overall I still think I did a pretty good job. But I'm going to take his criticisms to heart and see if I can improve on the video itself, and what have you. So I'm not getting all upset with that. I'm just happy, people actually watched it, and I was entertaining. Hopefully I didn't, just bored everyone of mine. Which, funny thing is, if you looked at the What the Hell View contest results page, what have you, the middle ground, the link will be in the description. Most people will actually talk about my video was, I was very inviting, especially Anthrax fan, and also Shady Dog, who I gotta give props to. He liked my review. In fact, he liked them so much. He liked my review so much that he gave me his first place vote, and I am wow. He said, and in the middle of it, he said that I should actually wouldn't be surprised if that guy with the glasses, Doug Walker and Linkar and all those great entertainers, what have you, they pick me up. I'm like, no, I may be, I think I'm good or what have you, but honestly, I'm a way behind. I have a long way to go. Even though I've been doing this for a couple years, I have a long way to go to even being close to getting a shot. Getting a any type of chance of me getting a chance to look at going to that guy with the glasses. So again, I'm happy that people actually like my review, but hopefully, hopefully I didn't think I was that good. Also, what the heck? Subscribe to him, by the way. He got 55 subscribers, so screw it. I'm plugging you, Shady Dog. Plugging you your YouTube, by the way, for your first place show. I'll give you hopefully I can easily give you at least a couple more subscribers, what have you. Anyway, what else I want to talk about? Let's see. Well, I already talked about my apathetic to WrestleMania, what have you. Let's see. But let's see. What else should I talk about? Well, that's basically it. Unless I can, go off on a interesting wrestling rant if y'all want me to. Oh, screw it. It's my YouTube channel. Let's see. TNA Impact. And believe it or not, this is actually, I might do a full-on review or part 2 about this in the last reviewer standing review videos or what have you. It's something that actually I just really wished I put into this review of the Claire Lynch saga. That is consequences. And when I'm talking about consequences, is what AJ Styles is going through. As a consequence of what the Claire Lynch storyline went through, and plus he losing the world title shot, he can't get another title shot until going into Bound for Glory 2013. This was last year, losing that triple threat match. Honestly, I really really wished that I got much time talking about that, because I feel like that would probably boost up my review. But honestly, I like that. I like that TNA is actually introducing consequences for what happens to someone who just feels like he's going through a truly crappy year, and on top of that, he loses to his arch rival by his own finishing move, and he just said screw it, he left. He's just doing, and he's going doing his own thing, and since then he's not taking care of his family. He's abandoning his friends. He's becoming more introvert, inside to himself. And I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, and I'm hopeful that the TNA will continue this storyline and what have you, because to me, really is missing in storyline, something with consequences into him. And hopefully AJ will find his way back to the Angels, which I think that would be a more interesting storyline. Hopefully that would be very good if they actually just lead all this way up to Bound for Glory, with the Bound for Glory series. AJ Styles becomes, wins the world title, gets back to the side of the Angels, or what have you, and become like, I've lost. I feel like I basically had all this stuff happen to me. And now I'm going to be focused, and I'm going to be ready to go to that. I'm ready to fight with TNA again. I'm ready to fight and become TNA World Champion again. That sort of thing. Instead of John Cena, who, got AJ Lee fired and what have you, and instead has no real consequences. In fact, let's go back all the way to The Rock. Losing to The Rock, he had no real consequences and such. He might say that ruined his year. It didn't. He beat one of his main rivals, Brock Lesnar. In fact, a guy he never beat. I mean, let's be honest, that to me is more of an interesting storyline. I mean, heck, he beat Brock Lesnar. Someone The Rock didn't beat. In fact, The Rock never beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar destroyed The Rock. In fact, even though John Cena was completely destroyed by Brock Lesnar, he actually got the 1, 2, 3. And by that alone, he had that feat alone. John Cena did not have a bad year. Sure, he lost to John Laurinaitis, but in the end, he beat Big Show in the following pay-per-view and got John Laurinaitis fired. And sure, he got to Money in the Bank. He won the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. He lost that to lost it. Well, disqualification would have. He didn't really hurt him that much. And then, when he faced, the triple threat match, for SummerSlam, and he lost, but whatever. He didn't really got pinned or what have you. Tied at Night of Champions. He basically, John Cena didn't do Hell in a Cell because he was hurt. Went to Survivor Series, lost his first match of Survivor Series, and after Survivor Series, he lost to Dolph Ziggler in a Money in the Bank match. A match that honestly should have made Dolph Ziggler, but let's be honest. When's the last victory he had? Against Daniel Bryan and Kane? Really? That's the way that's his only 2-win streak. And somehow that got him a tag team title shot, but yet, countless other guys beat the Intercontinental Championship, Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett and Antonio Silva, but yet they're not banging down doors getting the U.S. Championship or Intercontinental title shots, so, who cares? But, that's besides the point. It seems like, again, there's no real consequences to John Cena winning or losing against The Rock. And he's trying, last week on Monday Night Raw, he was trying so hard to convince us, the people, convince himself. And he did. He tried really hard to say, you didn't beat me, or have he broke that, though. He tried to show a little bit of humanity, but the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I'm keeping you focused here, is that you look back and what have you, there is no real, there's nothing. In the end, it just rings hollow. Because he's not going to turn heel. He's not going to do anything else. As much as they would like to, it would actually be an interesting storyline twist. But then again, this is the guy who beat Brock Lesnar, a guy The Rock didn't beat, heck, straight up. So, to me, that should have gave him the confidence enough. In fact, they should have played that in. They should have tied that all in. John Cena could have said, you know what, Rock, I lost you last year. But you know what? I may have had some very iffy 2012, but you know what? I did something you didn't do. I beat Brock Lesnar 1, 2, 3 in the middle of this ring. Something that you never, ever did. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to correct that flaw, that error that happened last year. WrestleMania 29 and the Shadow of the Empire State Building at New York City. I'm coming home. And I'm coming home. And I'm going to take the WWE title away from you. And it's going to be around my waist. And we can finally say the champ is here. If he would have said that, that would actually have more merit. Instead of this, oh, I had a horrible year, oh, I had this year, blah, 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 blah. That would have had more staying power. But instead, we were just going to have to go through the same rigmarole of yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But, whatever. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like it would actually want more a lot more realism and such to that feud. But, maybe they'll mention it this week on Raw, when it comes in DC. Which I'm not going to, by the way. I just don't give a damn about Raw, what have you. I just don't care. And like I said, I don't really care about WrestleMania. It doesn't matter how good the promos are. Just there's no one. And I mean no one in that card that actually can drive me to buy, $60 or $70 of my hard-earned money to, basically buy that pay-per-view. Especially the HD one, which is probably like $75. By the way, is it crazy to think that in 2 or 3 years from now, the WWE actual price WrestleMania at $100 just because they could? I just get this vision that WWE, after the WWE Network completely bombs, which we haven't heard any news, by the way, about that, what have you. When that thing bombs, I can just see them actually raising prices on their pay-per-views. From those pointless pay-per-views, the Big Four getting like $75. WrestleMania would be like a special $100, $125 to watch it in HD or in 3D. It won't be even like the good 3D. It'll be like post-conversion type 3D that just like it looks horrible and crappy. But whatever. That's just my little rambling stuff. Anyway, hopefully you just stand by for the rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you so much for Asalieri for doing the contest and putting me into it. Doing the contest and letting me enter. Thank you once again. And hopefully you like this little rant as well as me talking about the whole AJ Styles consequences. And I think maybe if you want me to do a video about this, a little more better editing and such, I'll do that too. But honestly, I still believe that. I still think if you add consequences and such, or heck, if they would just say that he beat Brock Lesnar, and I'm doing this whole, he had a terrible year and such, it would go off a lot better. But that's just my opinion, and I'm rambling now. So hopefully you guys aren't bored listening to me. Anyway, this is Duke CT here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hopefully be soon, because, I got some interesting ideas. And also I'm going to try to get my Royal Rumble review before WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania. And honestly, this might be the last WWE thing that I am going to be reviewing, WrestleMania 29. I'm going to try to take a I will be taking a long sabbatical of WWE stuff. In fact, I might be going more into the indie, TNA, Ring of Honor, Shakara, PWG, New Japan, All Japan, whatever, Dragon's Gate. I might be just going straight indie for a while, because I don't see myself talking WWE for, because I'm burnt out with WWE stuff. So after WrestleMania, after I'm done reviewing WrestleMania, you're not going to see any more WWE content from me, Duke CT, for a pretty long while. So that's how it is, because until their product gets any better, which sadly it won't. Anyway, Duke CT here. Peace, love. I'll see you when I see y'all. Later.